Hi, I'm Roy Daniels, techUK Senior Program Manager for Emerging Technologies, and on this episode of our Meet the Innovators series, I'm with 𝗬𝗲𝗀𝗵, Chief Commercial Officer at KO Data. So Spencer, firstly, thank you for inviting us here to check out the data center.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for coming.
No worries. So first questions first, just what does your company do?
So we are what's known as a data center developer and operator. What that means is that we acquire land, we design and then build the physical data center buildings, and then our customers populate those buildings with their compute, and those customers could be financial organizations, banks, or large cloud providers like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, or they could even be research institutions such as Cambridge University, doing exciting and innovative research with the high-performance computing and AI infrastructure that they deploy.
Okay, fantastic. And we're on one of your campuses right now, and this is a data center, and it's one of 4 to be on this campus. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Of course. So this is our Harlow data center campus, just outside the M25 off the M11 on the way to Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
So the intentions of this campus is to have a total of 4 data center buildings once it's fully completed from a build perspective, and we're probably 2.5 times through that evolution and development plan at the moment. So We've taken you and your team around the facility, and you can see where we are from live operations through to physical construction. The campus is between London and Cambridge, so we've got an interesting eclectic mix of customers, and as I mentioned previously, they span finance, cloud, and also the research community.
And the second question, how do you interact with the wider UK innovation ecosystem, in particular SMEs?
So we do that both through our supply chain as well as through our customer base as well. So our supply chain consists of a variety of different small medium enterprise organisations, all the way through the construction design phase, consultants from an engineering perspective, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, structural engineering, architects, small architect firms who specialise in the data centre world, cost consultants, guys that basically tell us how much these large data center developments are going to cost, and then we go through the construction phase. So we've got anything between 800 and 1,000 people over the construction lifetime of one of these developments coming to the campus and contributing their element of the overall construction process to what we do. So really heavily supportive of the 𝗬𝗲𝗀𝗶 environments from that element of the process. Once the data center building is complete, we then go into in-life operations, and we rely heavily on local SMEs to support that during the lifetime of these buildings' operations. So that will be them providing us with a multiple of services, whether it be the guys cutting the grass or anything of that nature. So it's all the way through to the highly skilled engineers that are doing the technical elements within the data centers themselves, and all the server technology that our customers provide for their customers.
Sure. Yeah, it does. And it's great to hear. I mean, techUK, organisation of 850 or so SMEs. Great to hear you're supporting them, the lifeblood of the UK's tech sector. And KO obviously does an awful lot with them.
Absolutely, yeah.
And next question, how are your products or solutions enabling a sustainable approach to technology?
Okay, so data center buildings in their nature consume a great deal of power. And as people are adopting digital services in a more meaningful way every day, it would seem, and the demand for what we do is increasing day after day, year after year, it's important that we consider how we do this in an environmental sustainable fashion. We have to accept the fact that for us to be online as a nation, to be successful as a nation, that these data center buildings are necessary to achieve that. But it's therefore our responsibility as an organisation building and operating these buildings that we do it in the most sustainable fashion. And that's all the way through the original design from day one, i.e. ensuring that all the components that go into it are the most efficient and latest releases of their capability with a sustainable approach to them. And then once we go to in-life operation, we have to ensure that the way that we operate the facility is supportive of our environmental goals and ambitions. And we achieve that, for example, by replacing diesel with hydrotreated vegetable oil in our generators. We ensure that we buy renewable energy from the grid. And there's not one thing that can fix all of this. It's multiple different initiatives that, when you bring them together, provide a much more sustainable data center environment than has gone in the past through previous data center iterations, if that makes sense.
it does. And so this campus alone is 100% fueled by renewable energy.
Correct. Absolutely.
And next question. So what is your vision for the UK's tech sector?
Our vision is obviously predicated on data centres enabling the vision for the tech sector in this country. And the reality is, as we're seeing globally, that AI infrastructure is necessary to ensure that we have a future in the tech sector in this country. So what we're delighted to have seen announced by the government is the AI Opportunities Plan, which is basically formalising and instructing how we should go ahead and develop data centres across the country in the future, underpinning, that's what we are, with the foundation of the AI infrastructure, compute infrastructure, that will enable the clever, bright and innovative individuals who come up with the next greatest AI application in some fashion and doing the fantastic research that we as a nation can benefit from in our economy. So we welcome the AI Opportunities Plan. We see it as a significant step forward in understanding that without data centres we can't continue our leadership role in technology and in AI research globally. So I believe the government the global government has certainly made a key decision and a key position on what needs to be done next. And we are very much looking forward to getting involved in that and then being part of these AI growth zones that are developed around the country. And ensuring that they are developed around the country is critical, so that not only what we do can be not only in the southeast but also in the northwest and northeast, and the investments that go into these buildings that we're at today can be also realised in other parts of the country and benefit those other parts of the country.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of what you talked about there is things that we are working on as techUK on behalf of our members as well. So my final question for you is, how does KO Data benefit from techUK membership?
I guess frustration about data centres is that it's always been hidden. Ultimately, data centres are where internet, cloud computing and now AI lives, but I don't think anyone's really appreciated that. So it was welcomed when we first engaged with techUK, the first you knew what a data centre was, which was helpful. And then also to understand the importance of data centres and therefore promote the data centre brand, if you like, to government, so people in government also understand the critical nature of data centres. And that really resulted in the designation last year of being now classed as critical national infrastructure. And now we've got this AI Opportunities paper with now the new designation of AI growth zones. I think you can see a natural evolution of techUK's success in achieving something that was not apparent before. And we're grateful to be involved in that, and hopefully we've helped as well to some extent.
Absolutely, and it's great to hear that you see techUK as kind of getting it, and that's integral to then government understanding, getting the views of the sector. So
yeah, I've come to realise that you can't just go and talk to someone in government and they get it. There's a process one has to go through to get it, and clearly techUK understand that process, and we are now in the new world of them understanding what a data centre is.
Absolutely, that's great to hear. Well, Spencer, thank you again for showing us around the data centre, inviting us here to the campus and featuring in this series.
It's our pleasure.